Greetings, Islam, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, and all the many words of peace throughout all the human family. I am Brother Fonte SL, and today we shall discuss profits, taxation, and cryptocurrency and digital asset confiscation. Very important. So we're going to start off with, but first, before we get into it, let's talk about something beautiful and good. I received my XRP Black Card. But I did something very special to mine. I had mine sent in and made into metal. Not for bragging reasons, not so I can slam it on the table. I'm going to do this what I find very tasteless, but I'm going to do it right here. That's what it sounds like when it hits the table. But I'm not going to be doing that in any restaurants or anything. That's not my style. I'm more laid back. I want it to be hidden. I designed this card closer to how the original card was designed. It is metal. And you can visit our people here. Give me just a moment. Let me put this down here. You can visit. Give me just a moment. Give me just a moment while I find the people that you can visit to get this taken care of. All right. We have these people here at metalcreditcard.com. Tell them that I sent you there. I'm here about bettering the space. It's not about a financial thing with me. This is just about, it's not about boasting. This is about intelligence. The reason why I had this card made is not for the vanity reasons of so many other people. I had it made because I know where it is, and I'm able to remove the numbers, have the numbers removed. Like I can show you all day long if it shows up, because the numbers won't. If I lose my card, it's just worthless to anyone who lost it. I did get insurance on the card. They offer your insurance for purchase, but this is an awesome card for what it does security-wise. Like I said, I was able to remove the numbers, so I remember the rest if I have to, because what happens is this. You send in your original card, and they're going to lift off this chip here, and they'll put it back into the metal card, and then send you back your other card as well. That way you have the numbers, and you could still use the other card. I will say this, it sometimes deactivates the feature where it's touch or touching tap or whatever. I don't have a problem with that because I don't want anyone being able to use an RFID scanner to scan my card and steal my XRP. So I'm thinking about all things security. How you guys doing today? Thank you for coming out. Sorry I've not done a video in a while. I've been busy in my vineyard, been busy. I like firearms, so I've been purchasing firearms. I bought myself a Ruger 5.7, actually a beautiful firearm. I don't go to the range and shoot it, but I've been busy profiting from crypto, maybe, taking care of business with crypto, and enjoying myself as I'm pretty sure you all have. And if anyone had taken my possible a suggestion about VXV, they made a lot of money. If you've taken my suggestion about Gala, you made a lot of money. Crypto has made me an excruciatingly wealthy person, and I'd like to share that with you. Like I said, I was very lucky with Gala. I got in on Gala when it was ridiculously low, where you could just buy millions of it for nothing. That's how I've been with all crypto. I got in there pretty early. So I want to share that with you in avenues where you all can profit too. I don't know everything, but I know we can figure this out together. How's everyone doing today? Is this be on YouTube later? Yes, this will be on YouTube later because I know that many people are at work, so you can watch it at a later time. But because of my schedule today, I had to do it at this time. J Dove, good to see you. Riley, good to see you. Mo Bean, glad to have you here. Let's see what we have here. I know the room's a little smaller today because I have not done a video in a while, but now let's get into the meat of this video. We're going to talk about profits, taxation, and cryptocurrency and digital asset confiscation. Everyone's talking about Mr. Gary Gensler. Mr. Gary Gensler refuses to give regulatory clarity. You know, all these agencies are very vague with their regulatory clarity. One, they don't know what to do. And two, they're always going to be as dirty as they can be because they come from an old system that dealt with latency, that made money from that. They made money when they could hold your money over the weekend. Because now we are our own bank, we can move our money 24 hours a day, and it is an amazing thing. And so they want to remove that from us, and they want to tax us out of it. Sometimes, or if you ever get the chance, go and look up how much confiscation of digital assets the IRS is doing. So when they're not giving you full clarity, they know what they want to do. Janet Yellen's telling you she wants to charge us, bring up excise to 80%. If that's what they mean, they want all of it. They're coming for all of it. So most people are going to lose their digital assets, and I'm the one telling you, through confiscation. No one's telling you this, but I'm telling you this. Most people will lose their digital assets through confiscation. Not because they're being dirty or ignorant, because they just didn't know any better, because they didn't get any clarity as to what to do. Most people don't even know if I have an Ethereum-based ERC20 token, and I have to use the Ethereum gas in order to make the token purchase. That is a taxable transaction. The Ethereum fee is a taxable transaction. I want you to think about all these Ethereum fees that we have. They count that as a tax, as high as Ethereum is. Whenever Ethereum's pumping and you use it, they count that as a gain. And they're going to charge the crap out of you. So when they're going through there and they're going to reap, so you do your taxes, you sign it, because that's what everyone does. And I'm going to tell you about contracts that they never tell you. No one told you to sign that. Who told you to sign that? Who told you had to sign it? I'm going to tell you right now, and they're going to be pissed at me for telling you, but I'm going to tell you, never sign no goddamn IRS paper, or if you do, you sign it without recourse. Don't put your name on it. Just sign it without recourse. It is a contract that they need your signature on. That's why they ask you for that signature every single time, because they're engaging in a contract with you. That way, if you know that they're telling you under penalty of perjury, read the bottom of IRS forms. It'll tell you under penalty of perjury, but it exonerates them. Read what it says. It'll say, but they are exempt. So you have to be wise. No one told you to sign that. Everyone here probably has filled out some W-9, whatever the hell that those forms are, and they sign it. Don't sign that shit. Always put on there without recourse and reserving your rights. Because if you don't reserve your rights, no one else will for you. This is of extreme importance. Let's get into this article. IRS has seized $1.2 billion worth of cryptocurrency this fiscal year. Here's what happens to it. Now, you hear Janet Yellen, she's always speaking about terrorists. So they wish to group the people in with these terrorists. There's terrorists who use cryptocurrencies. Of course there are. There are terrorists who use fiat. So there's many ways for terrorists to implement the harm that they do. So this is just an excuse for them to be terrorists against us. That's what this is about. So they're going to try to group us in here for our lack of understanding of things that they're making up on the fly, ex post facto, because they're making it up as they go. It says the U.S. government regularly holds auctions for its stockpile of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies it seizes and then holds in crypto wallets. It really kicked off with the 2013 takedown of Silk Road, a dark web marketplace trading in illegal goods where Bitcoin was often used for payment. Let's go over here and make sure I give the proper respect to Mackenzie Sigalis. Sorry about that. Mackenzie Sigalis. That's her last name. I wanted to make sure I give her respect for writing this article. Okay, so I'm going to go back into it. It says, interviews with current and former federal agents and prosecutors suggest the U.S. has no plans to step back from its side hustle as a crypto broker. It's just beginning. Gary's not giving clarity on purpose because he wants to confiscate people's property. They want to confiscate our property. Majority of people's crypto will be confiscated by the Internal Revenue Service. Listen to what I'm telling you. So it's up to us to be smart And when I'm telling you about documents and signing stuff, I'm being as honest with you as I can be. I've sat down with them. I've sat down with all type of people that most people never sit down with. I've been sat down with the freaking FBI many a times. They've spoken to me like, we want to know how you think, because I'm thinking for myself. And it sometimes can be nerve-wracking that you are to be punished because you are applying thought, but the thought police is always after you. So remember, I'm going to repeat this again. Go and look up IRS confiscation of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. They're getting out of control with it, and they're keeping it hush. I'm going to read further. It says, in June, the U.S. government casually auctioned off. Casually. That means they're doing it laid back. That's why Gary's taking his time. Taking his time when they confiscate all this crypto from us. But you guys are smart. You guys are smart. I want you to think about when you're moving crypto around. If you're getting something from Coinbase and you move an Ethereum over to wherever you're going to buy some, because if it's a atomic wallet, that's basically an offshore account. And there's no other way of putting it. That's what decentralized basically means, an offshore account. So if you are moving something from Coinbase to atomic wallet, which is not going to snitch on you, Coinbase is going to snitch on you. Coinbase is going to say, oh, they went over to here. And those crypto no longer can be seen. So Mr. IRS and Mr. Gensler wants to know about those things. So it's up to you to be intelligent about how you move things. I don't know. It might be real. It may not be real. There's some cards out there that, are off to the side and on their own. It depends on what you look for. But you're going to have to start being very intelligent about your movements with the digital assets because they're after them. Let's read further. It says lot. I'll skip the lot number. On offer over the 4-day auction included 150 Litecoin, and I won't read the numbers. 21,000 at today's price. It says the crypto property had been confiscated as part of a tax non-compliance case. Now, up top there, they're talking about terrorists, but when they come over here, they talk about tax non-compliance. Most people don't even know what is to be taxed and what's not. They know that. They understand that. And they understand, too, that they're trying to take so much of it on purpose so that you won't pay the taxes. They want you to avoid the taxes. That's why they're causing problems, so that they can confiscate stuff. It says, I usually stay away from Coinbase. I would too. I can't stand Coinbase. Coinbase is, to me personally, Coinbase is extremely dishonest. Whenever I do Coinbase transactions, I'm always taking screenshots the same way, if ever I've used them. Because there's some things that I do want Coinbase to see. That's the power of anonymity. That's the power of options. There's some things I do want Coinbase to see because we don't want to be house poor. We don't want to have the crypto hidden where we can't buy anything of a substantive value with it, because if it's not on the table, I can't go buy a house with it because they're going to want to know where you got it from. So there's certainly something that I want on the table for the world to see. I'm not saying that I'm involved in anything, illegal or unconstitutional, so on and so forth. I'm just telling you that business-wise, there are some things that you want to be seen and some things you don't want to be seen. Let me see what we have here. It says, thank you for bringing this news to us. Hey, I love doing this. It's something for us to think about because we can celebrate and then our celebration high could just be taken away if they come and just confiscate. Because there's no if to it. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they don't have clarity. Because it's more difficult for them to regulate it in the normal sense because it's spread out everywhere. It's like the marijuana movement. They'll say overgrow the government. They in California, they were just planting it so much that what could they do about it? It just was taking over the area, so they couldn't just arrest everybody. So it just became something where we don't really enforce it. So you have to look at it from that perspective. But here, they're trying to enforce this. They're telling you, they're quietly taking people's XRP, Litecoin. They didn't mention it here, but they said they meant crypto. And they're certainly wanting your mining rigs. They want mining rigs of any kind because mining rigs are the heart of this new economy. Nodes are the heart of this new economy, period. If you own yourself a node, think about how much XRP you could buy every day if you own nodes. Nodes are the heart of everything. You'll see you'll see a Bitbender from Gala. He'll come on AMA, and he'll always tell you nodes are the foundation of everything. And they're talking about for gaming. So they're talking about deep computation, being pulled there. So they're very important. So owning a node looks like that might be the thing to do. It's the way to go. No, it looks like I know it's the thing to do. So it's something to look into. Go to websites that list master nodes. Go through there, do yourself some research. I'm an XRP person to the core, but I do find avenues of bringing some type of gains to myself so that I can put them into other projects. That's where you that's where you become wealthy. You become wealthy by diversifying out into other areas that will benefit you more and bring something into your life every day. If I can get one penny, man, that makes a huge difference. If I can get one penny, that makes a huge, if I get a penny every day, I'm happy with that. If I get a penny every day from a project, I'm happy with that. That's a lot of money because that penny can be compounded, especially in this time. If I find anything, if any of you find one thing that pays you a penny every day, man, one of the greatest books I ever read was by a man named Brother Polite. And he had a book called Pennies Are for Millionaires. I'm going to repeat this title again. His name is Brother Polite. And the book is called Pennies Are for Millionaires. Now, I purchased many of books in my time and read a lot of books. And books will tell you how to be rich and this and that and the other. There are only a few books I've read that really tell you how to go and profit. And that book is one of them. That's a powerful book. If you receive, these companies make lots of money from the notion and ideas of pennies. 99 cents. That pennies are for millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. And that's where we are going to be. So let's look for lanes and avenues that build up our capital, that we can roll it over here. I like to call it finance. So we can roll it over to other projects to benefit ourselves. XDC Queen, good to see you. I am definitely ordering the metal card. I have one too. Yeah, it's and please tell them who sent you. The metal card is just important. Like I said, you can remove the card's numbers because this XRP is very valuable. Your digital assets as a marketplace, as an asset class, are very important. So people will be willing to steal them. I'd rather lose the card and it's just gone. I have insurance. They'll just send me another card. That's what's beautiful about it. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's worth it when it comes to security. It says, this kind of scale is nothing new for Uncle Sam. No, it's not. He's been stealing. For years, the government has been seizing, stockpiling, and selling off cryptocurrencies alongside of the usual assets one could expect from high-profile criminal sting operations. So they just called part of a tax compliance case. They just call that a sting operations. And they're letting you know these men came carrying guns. These are called what they call swarm teams, carrying guns and confiscating the property. I didn't know that governments had that right. This is very interesting to me. You always find some new stuff here. But I didn't even know that the FBI, SEC, or any of them were any constitutional governmental agencies. I didn't know that was constitutional. I didn't know that. Maybe colorably it is, but it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. It says it could be 10 boats, 12 cars, and then one of the lots is X number of Bitcoin being auctioned, explained Jared Koopman, director of the IRS Cybercrime Unit. Oh, they created a unit for us. Now, I don't know about you, man, but Lady E sure looks like a criminal to me. She looks like a hardcore hoodlum. So why would I want her stuff to be taken? I go over to her channel. She's trying to teach you how to meditate. But she doesn't look like a criminal to me. But that's how they want to treat us. They want to treat us like criminals so they can take what they know is ours. Let's get back into it. It says, law enforcement officers who carry weapons and badges and who execute search, arrest, and seizure warrants. They also bring back record amounts of crypto cash. It says, in fiscal year 2019, we had about 700,000 worth of crypto seizures in 2020. It was up to 137 million. And so far in 2021, we're at 1.2 billion in digital asset seizures. That's a lot of loot. Who wants to keep their loot? I know I do. I know I do. And I know me sitting here talking like this, it puts me at a greater risk, but it's all right though. I'm your big brother. I'm used to this. They already know how I think about this. I have not hidden my opinion. I have not hidden what it is. The Constitution didn't hide it, but let's just go further. It says, law enforcement officers, I'd like to read this part again. Law enforcement officers who carry weapons and badges and who execute search, arrest, and seizure warrants. They also bring back record amounts of crypto cash. Okay, it says, I'm going to skip down here. It says, interviews with current and former federal agents. And I'm going to teach you guys something else too here. You see how they say, whenever they say this right here, it'll say interviews with current and former federal agents. They'll always interview a former IRS agent, a former FBI agent, because that way they can say it's not the opinion of the people doing it. If you go back to my other videos, you'll see I told people that when Gary Gensler when they were giving the speech that said that Ethereum wasn't a security, whatever, they're saying it wasn't their opinion. That's the shit that they pull. They pull that all the time. They'll pretend like they're not a part of it. So they'll put a person who might be he was a former FBI agent. That way he can speak and put into the atmosphere the spell that he wants. He can cast his spell into the atmosphere, and you're thinking that it's them that said it as a law. And they're not law. The law is the contract that makes the law. I'm going to show you something else that most people may not know. But I'm going to have to share this with you. Let me go over here really fast for me. All crimes are commercial. Okay. Let's go over here really fast. This is very interesting. It has everything to do with what we're looking at right over here. Give me just a moment to adjust this. See this? 27 CFR, number 7211, meaning and terms. I'm going to click this so you can read this on your own. This shit is weird, but it is the truth. When all crimes are commercial, all crimes are commercial. Why would that be so? Because it's the contract that make the law. In the United States, which is a for-profit corporation, because it's not a physical place. The land is different from the corporation that is the United States. Let's make this clear. So 27 CFR. These are codes. These are the federal codes. Look at this. This is Cornell. So you make sure you can see where it's coming from. Cornell Law School. What just happened there? Okay. I don't know why that fell down like that. Give me just a moment. I lost my page. That was weird. Huh. Why did it do that? I don't know what just happened there, but give me just a moment. Why did that happen? How do I bring it back up so it doesn't fall off short like that again? I don't know. I still got to figure out how to work this. Let me do this. And I'll bring this back up again. And I'll do this. There we go. Why is it doing that? Well, I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. I'm not the best person with this stuff right now, but I'm figuring it out. But if you read the Title 27 CFR, it's going to tell you that all crimes are commercial. And the reason why it's saying that is because it knows that the crimes are only a contract. If you murdered another human being, you're not going to jail because you murdered a human being and it was immoral. You're going to jail because you took tax dollar revenue off of the table. They only look at the people as a chattel revenue. So when you see what you know, when like what I'm talking about here, where is it at? I want to get that image back up on the screen. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna put this down first. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Let's see how this may help me to do it. This is actually playing this dance back and forth. It's getting on my damn nerves. Let's try this. Why is it doing that? But incidentally, all crimes are commercial. That means that when you kill someone, you voided out that finance that will be received. And it's because all those things are to do with contracts. Bottom line. So you have removed finance from the table. I want you guys to go and look it up and read that. Most people have never heard of that. And most people don't know that. So whenever you commit what they call a crime, it is strictly commercial. Even murder. Commercial. Why would murder be commercial? Because it's to do with finance. That you're taking revenue off the table. And this all coincides with the crypto. It all means the same thing. They just look at us as revenue generators, a battery to be drained on both ends. So we're going to have to be smart about it. It says go buy in normal peace. Mac is crap. No, my Mac isn't crap. It's just kind of agitating sometimes. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, the birth certificate is a contract. Yes, it sure is. With attached to what is called a cestui trust. That's a French word. What are we on about here? Oh, we're talking about crypto. We're talking about digital assets, but we're going into all of it for a reason, man, because this is why they are confiscating property from people, because they know most of us may not be aware of these things, and so they move forward how they choose to want to. Why is this? Let's do this again. Let's try this. I never had this problem before, but it's getting on my nerves. Let's try another window. I'm going to try this window here. Please forgive me. Let's do this right here. So, how you folks been doing? Are you all doing well and prospering at least? Okay, let's get this window open here. All right, let's go back here again. Yeah, and I came here for a reason, to let you know to study these things. And it will start to give you a higher understanding of how they look at us and excise itself, the taxation, exchequer. Exchequer itself, actually, taxation means exchequer. That's the actual word for it. It actually means the word hell. Hell and taxation they're synonymous. That's what hell really is. You know, the term, like as in history, the devil is a made up thing. The actual devil with the red tail or whatever, it comes from Dante's Inferno. And Dante's problem was taxation. Taxation, it was the hell that he's talking about. Let's go here. It says, peace, brother, and all in the chat. Yeah, peace to you. Greetings to you, brother. Brother XRP Bags, thank you for coming out. Everybody, thank you for being here. Let's get back into this, the article we were going over. Okay, let's see what we have here. Confiscation. That's cool, that'll work. Yes, they sure can. Okay. Can the IRS seize your crypto? Yes, of course they can. Can the IRS seize your cryptocurrency to settle unpaid tax debts? If you hold cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and all others, but owe money to the taxman, your crypto assets could be confiscated to satisfy outstanding debts. I'm reading this because they have so many things that you will owe on that you won't even know it. This is intentional because they're going to try to take your bags from you through the confiscation. That's what that's why they told you they were doing it discreetly. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that so you can start to clean up your house. and start to think about that. Like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the business side of it is business, and we have to take care of that thoroughly so that we can enjoy these riches. Because I know that people are getting rich, and it's about time. The people deserve to have their share of it and enjoy life. It says they'd rather want you in jail than and dead, so that you can continue to work for the state. Of course. That's, we're just a battery to them, of course. It says A1. Okay, we close the browser and open again. Okay, thank you. Thank you. It says you need a post more. You're a goat. I appreciate that. Thank you. The reason why I don't post a whole lot is because most of the information that we're needing to hear for day-to-day activity, the people cover. It's going to be covered by people who will do a whole lot better job than me. Better speakers, better readers, so on and so forth. XRP Bags, he enunciates words and reads beautifully, and he brings you all of the information you need on a daily basis about staking and where other things are. I do something a little different where I just want to bring you something where everyone else has covered those areas. There's no sense in me really doing that. I just would be being repetitive, especially if people that I actually want to see their channels grow. I'm not trying to remove from anything from their channel, and I couldn't if I tried. I would never do that. But yeah, that's what it is. They cover that already. I want to just put your thoughts in areas where you are sincerely thinking about how you can keep and grow this. And they are too. They all are, thinking the same way I'm thinking. But they bring you the news for day to day. I want to bring you things where I'm doing some, it's a little off topic, but it is on topic totally. It's just a topic that most people are not conversating about. But I want to. These are big issues here because they are telling you they're quietly collecting people's finance. What they've worked hard for. They didn't work hard for this. We did. We did all the reading. We took the risk. So that, like I said, so if you're making an Ethereum transaction, Ethereum can spike out of nowhere while you're while you're trying to pay the fee, and that's what you're going to be taxed for. You already got taxed off the Ethereum. Ether. I think that Ether is exactly what Ether told you it was. Ether. What does Ether sound like to you? Something you can't hold. Only way you're going to keep you like Ethereum. I don't know if you ever noticed this. Words have meanings. Ethereum. Ether is actually a gas. It's actually a highly volatile gas that evaporates very rapidly unless you put it into something hermetically sealed. Have you ever noticed that about Ethereum? You can't keep the shit. It keeps on evaporating because it told you what it was. Told you it wasn't ether. It wasn't meant for you to hold. It was meant to evaporate and ooze out of things because you always needed to pay off that gas fee. Maybe it was created that way on purpose. They told you what it was. It says, hi 88, I bought The History and Power of the Mind. You bought yourself an amazing book. And preserve your wealth, brother. Yes, you bought an amazing book. Yes, you did. The Crypto Godfather. No, I appreciate that, but the Crypto Godfather, that's Brando. That's Brando. He has a channel too called Bigger Than Race. But and he's staunchly opposed to XRP, but Brando's very smart, man. He's against XRP, but he's brilliant when it comes to tech and all type of other things of that nature, man. Techie metaverse type of stuff. He's brilliant with that, but he doesn't care too much for XRP. But that's his own opinion. But he's still cool with me. He's cool with me. Let's see what we have here. It says, just like Ripple, creating Ripple. Yes, words have meanings. That's not like digital asset investor. Yeah, words have meanings. Because he's telling you the truth. That's another great channel. James Rule XRP. Crypto Tales. I take the time to make sure I mention some people that I do listen to their channels. Token Topics. Let me see what else. You probably see, everyone here sees me around everywhere. I try to support everyone's channel, whether it be financially or just being there to give a thumbs up or some good comments. And I feel that this is important to the space as a whole. I absolutely love crypto. Crypto has changed my crypto and digital assets have changed my life, period. Literally, they have absolutely changed my life. Just the notion. Today, I purchased a home on the blockchain. This week, I purchased several homes on the blockchain. Literally, I purchased homes on the blockchain, and I receive rent every day from them. That's amazing. Crypto is absolutely amazing. Where else can you buy into an asset for fractions? Crypto is here. It actually can do a lot of great good for the people. It really can. We all are prospering from it. And I know that they hate this, but I know that they're going to fail miserably because it's too many of us who are just willing to help people. We're willing to get the information out because we want to share with others this experience that we're having. Let's read further here. It says, are cryptocurrencies classified as property? Yes, the IRS classifies it as property. That's one of the things that people were upset with the SEC about because they're classifying it as something totally different. And when you have all of these different so-called agencies coming at you from different angles, like what are you to do? It's not clear. It's not clear, but that's on purpose. That's on purpose. It says, how does the IRS obtain data on cryptocurrency users? We know what they do. The following are some of the ways the IRS can obtain information on your crypto holdings. A 1099-B and a 1099-K. If you ever received a form 1099-K and a 1099-B from a crypto exchange, the IRS knows you have a reportable crypto transaction. They leverage a matching mechanism integrated into the IRS information reporting program. I watched this video the other day, talk about if you own a mining rig. Now, this is just a video I watched. Mining rig, you got to put your private keys and address in the browser at the IRS, so they just take it all, take it as they choose to. That's a lot of power to give someone. I thought we had the rights to be secure in our persons, papers, and effects. Think about that constitutionally. They're telling you that we'll take this from you. So they didn't come with no warrant. They never come with no warrant. No, they come with a municipal warrant, which is not a warrant, really. It's a letter of procite or a writ of execution. And then they'll send you on and tell you it's a warrant. That's why you saw Denzel on Training Day pick up a piece of paper. It was a menu. That's pretty much what it's worth anyway. It's the same thing. And they play these little games with people because they know that we mostly don't know any better. All crimes are commercial. So they're telling you committed a commercial crime, so we're going to confiscate your property. It says subpoenas. The IRS has also issued several subpoenas to crypto exchanges ordering disclosures on some users' accounts in 2018. Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to the Atomic Wallet. Atomic Wallet doesn't get the props that it should. Yeah, their fees are high, but I don't care about paying the higher fees because they protect you. When people come asking them questions, they tell them basically to F off. They kept XRP listed, correct? So they said, we're going to remain decentralized. And they did, and they have. I can respect them for that. But you know how many others are going to snitch and say it's about things that you're not even clear on? So they're going to be looking to try to confiscate. So say, for instance, they sit down with you and say, we're going to audit you. They always send you this. Let me show you this, what they send you. IRS letter of pro. Okay. This is hilarious. Have you ever seen one of these before? You may receive it in the mail. IRS letter of proposed amount due. What does proposed mean? They always send you this. You know why? Because they don't have a contract with you until you make it. They are the biggest revenue collectors on the planet. They're not the law, but they make the law through contracts. Let's look this up now. Let's go to the free online dictionary, and we're going to look up the word proposed. And I'll be fast about this because I want to be bore the crap out of you guys. we go. I'm blind as a bat. Let's see what we got here. Proposed. I'm going to do this, and we're going to go to your legal area and the financial section too. Okay, proposed. They always send you this. It always says proposed. Let's wonder why. Proposal. Remember I told you about Jay Clayton? He said, we're going to give them some money for their XRP. He's talking to Brad Garlinghouse on stage because they were fussing with each other on the sly. And Jay Clayton was telling him, well, we'll just give them their money back. We'll offer them their money back. It says proposal, an offer for consideration or acceptance. What does consideration mean? That means you have the right to consider it. It didn't tell you that was your debt. You just assume because they have a reputation for taking people's stuff and confiscating people's property that it was rightly theirs. So no one told you to sign that. No one told you to sign that document. Don't. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you I wouldn't personally sign it. They'd like sit in front of your face and slide it on over to you. And I just put it out there without recourse and slide it back over to their ass. Because why would they have you? Oh, it doesn't mean anything. Just sign your name. No. All rights reserved without prejudice or recourse. Because it's a proposed offer. And that's what they're going to be making to you is an offer all the time. So just because they said you owed them something doesn't mean that you owe them. You have to be wise about this. I'm not suggesting you avoid them in any way. That's not what I'm doing. Never avoid them and never tell them you're not going to pay them. You just ask them to prove the debt because they're going to always send you a piece of paper with random arbitrary numbers that they just made up. And they're going to take those numbers and just make an offer to you. They're going to offer you those numbers. If you want to pay it, you sign your name to it and you accept it. If you don't, you know how to sign. You know how to sign contracts. So you're better off. It says it is a general rule that a proposal offered to another for acceptance may be withdrawn at any time before it is accepted. Go back over there to it again. These are IRS. How the IRS handles. These are the IRS documents. Let me go to these images here and see how many people receive these things. These are the documents people receive from them all the time. Let's look at this really fast. Hold on. I've never seen this one before, so I don't know how it's going to come up. Okay. I want to see that document. It's blocking it. Maybe it's at the bottom of the page here. Thought they would put it up there so I could see it. Give me just a moment. Amount. Okay. Here it is. Look at this IRS document here. If you can see it, I hope you can see it. Let's see if I can bring it off of here and make it large. I want you to check out this document here. So I just randomly grab one of these documents off of here because this is how it always looks. Because it's the contract that makes, it's looking really nasty. Go and look up your own, but this is the point. It's the contract that makes the law. When you see it, it says proposed changes to your 2011 form. They're offering you the idea of the debt. It's offered to you. You don't have to accept. If you don't eat broccoli and I put it in front of you and you're an adult, you don't have to accept the broccoli. Words have meanings. And so they left it up to you to know that, to decide if you wanted to accept the broccoli or not. So you better be on your toes when you're receiving these things to know well, that offer, I'm not really interested in accepting that offer. Could you please prove that I have a contract with you? That's and show each, there has to be a contract. IRS, did they sign anything or did only you sign something? Here again, there's that adhesion I'm always telling you about. Did they sign it or did you? If we don't receive your response by June 12th, 2013, we will send you a statutory notice, a notice of deficiency, followed by a final bill. Okay. There's a procedure to how they're doing it. You never had a debt with them in the first place till you sign with them. And then the procedure that they plan with you is now it gave you a notice. You scared of them, so you ducked them. And so it made it so that now they're going to send you out the next notice. And then now you owe them because your silence, acquiescence made the contract. Silence also is implying that a contract is made, that you accepted that debt because you didn't say anything to them because you were afraid of them. Don't be afraid of the IRS. Call them and ask them questions. Say, hey, if I do this, every time you have a problem to do with this, call the IRS and ask them a question. Don't be afraid of them. Call them and ask them. Nothing to fear. Call them like, hey, if I do this, da, 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 da. You don't have to tell them your name. Just have them make an anonymous call and ask them all the questions that you can ask them. You should be. You should want to know this because if you're becoming more wealthy, these are powerful things that you should know in order to protect your wealth because everybody's after it. Them first. Like I said, remember, you're going to have all types of people want to marry you, brush up against you, be your friends. The people who you told about digital assets and XRP who didn't want to be with you, who thought you were crazy. They're just going to want to skip ahead and get the free ride. All of the hard work, the losses, you sending digital assets to the wrong address and losses that you had to face. They just want to skip ahead and just have you give it to them. But how is that fair to you or fair to us? And so don't get me wrong. I have no issue with paying that which is due to me. But I do have an issue with overpaying. So I want you to just to understand these things and give you something to think about here. I don't want to take up too much time. This has been long today. Forgive me for being long-winded. I hope I haven't bored you, but I just want to always give you something to think about. If you have any questions, please answer them. Can I just run away? At Portugal, man. I love Portugal. I have a lot of Portuguese friends. Let's see what we got here. See what we have here. Mark Splice, XRP bags, music is off the hook. Yeah, XRP is awesome. XRP bags is amazing. Spreading light. Thank you. I'm always trying to do my best. Strong block nodes. Yeah, strong block nodes are awesome. Strong block nodes are awesome. So I heard. So I heard. So I heard. It says with 50K, you could buy citizenship. Yes, of course. I was going to get to those things, but that's why we have a chat for the sharing those. Yeah, yes, ViralBot is telling you guys something. He's giving you some ideas of some things to think about. He's giving you some ideas of some things to think about because we're going to have to think about ramping up to another level and be more of a global type of people in this era and time. Well, I hope that I didn't bore you guys today. Thank you for everything. Your thoughts are stellar. Stellar. Honestly, my Stellar bags are swollen. I love Stellar. I felt like a lot of those, like I told you, I used to send Stellar with some delays or whatever. Those have been worked out, but they're working out kinks on things. I love Stellar. Stellar's an amazing project, man. I personally think that Stellar and XRP, I think that they are, I think they correlate with each other. That's just my personal opinion. I think they correlate with each other. And I think that a lot of digital assets, which are part of the major elite tiers, are going to be backed by lots of resources. And I think Stellar is going to be one of those which are going to be backed by resources. And many awesome things are being built on Stellar. I don't trust Jeb McCaleb at all. I'm just telling you that right now. This is I can't. This is just me. This is my personal opinion. I don't trust him at all. I felt like I have lost finance from him. I feel he's a freaking thief. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not calling him outright. My opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I don't trust him at all. But I do like Stellar. He's built a brilliant technology. He helped build a brilliant technology with XRP. I couldn't be sitting here excited as I am if it wasn't for Jeb McCaleb. I'm grateful to him at the same time, and then on the other half, I don't trust him. I have questions about how come he is not under fire. I have questions about that. How come he's able to just, disappear, but I do investigate all of them. He is the one that's just, I could find research on lots of people, and I'm good at investigating. But for some reason, I see some stuff to do with relationships of his. I'm looking up, but you don't find much information about Jeb McCaleb. We live in an era where your information is everywhere, and for him to be that secret, to be able to be that secretive which he should. That's his right. On the level that he's on, I guarantee you, he's in with some major people. What about Decent Crypto Accountants? When you say Decent, you mean the wallet? Harry Callahan, do you mean the wallet when you say, what about Decent Crypto Accountants? Is that decent? Oh, decent. When I see this, I'm thinking about the wallet. Okay, you mean decent. Okay. Yeah, if you find a decent accounting there, you do what you got to do, man. I'm just telling you to be aware that, of the little stuff that they're pulling, that they're going to pull. Their job is to take away that which you worked for. BitTrue. I love BitTrue. BitTrue will rise to the top as a king. Why not? BitTrue has more XRP trading pairs than any other exchange. It has to. As soon as you go there, you go straight to the XRP pairs because it doesn't cost you anything. Who wants to go and pay high fees for moving Ethereum and stuff? And a taxable event. I'd rather pay tax. Think about this. I just told you every time you use an Ethereum-based ERC20 token, you need the gas. Those high fees we are taxed for every single time. So if we use XRP or Stellar, the taxes are going to be nothing. Because it doesn't cost anything to move it. So you think people are not going to move to that? Of course they are. It doesn't cost you anything. Every time I move a Stellar, man, you know how many ERC20 tokens that I know people have moved? $300 for one transaction? You're taxed on that like it's a profit. And you got nothing out of it other than to move that crypto. So you're going to be eaten by if you got a gain off that crypto, not just off of the transaction of the Ethereum fee, then off the crypto itself. So that's crazy. So let's read further. It says thoughts about YubiKey. I've seen it before, and I'm for anything that's going to prevent someone else from getting to your crypto by Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or any other aspect. If it's something I could use to make it just more of a personal transaction, like if you went to a major bank vault and you have the person who watches the vault monitor, and she may bring her key, and you guys turn the key together. When you look at it from that perspective, I want something of that nature. I would rather have it protected. That makes a lot of sense to me. It says about Granada. When you say Granada, only Granada I understand. Oh, that's a different Granada. Okay. I thought you meant Granada like Moors. Okay. After 6 months, I was told you become a tax citizen in Portugal. I've read that as well. I have no problem with Portugal. And if you're Portuguese women are beautiful too, so that's another good one. It says, okay, hold on. It says, favorite. What's my favorite crypto? XRP is one of my favorite cryptos. Favorite crypto. My second favorite crypto. That's hard to say, man. The reason why I say that is because it's like a meal. It's like you're gonna sit down with a meal, and depending on the meal you have and the time that you're engaging, it depends on what you're engaging with. Depends on how I'm making money for that moment. If I'm making money on the blockchain at the particular moment, like right now, if I want to go buy some property on the blockchain, I'm using Algorand. That in Algorand, you can still say that's a Ripple XRP partner because they're interoperable. Interoperable, meaning they're all cousins. They're married to each other in that sense. They're moving around like that. And so that's a beautiful thing. VeChain. I like VeChain too. I think VeChain is going to be a beast. I'm going to tell you another crypto I think is a sleeping monster, just hiding out. If Sonny Lu, now Chinese do things differently than other people do. Chinese deal in, I'm going to tell you about how Chinese operate. And most people don't know this here. Like I got friends in China. Lots of friends in China. But I got major player friends in China. They'll tell me stories like our flea market. Like if you went to a flea market here, a person be laying on a rug, sitting on a rug, selling some goods. And they might make a good little, $100 a day, $200 they leave there if they're doing well. In China, if you're on a rug, you usually make about $1 million in US a year, and you're considered a loser. That's crazy, huh? What have we been doing? A person on a rug selling at the local market usually makes more than $1 million US a year. And they're considered to a person in a building as a loser. Think about that. I'm in Ireland. Beautiful place it is. Ireland is absolutely beautiful. Matter of fact, I got a cowboy hat over in Ireland. Person took it back over to Ireland for me. I used to water my horses out of it on mesas in New Mexico. I try to flee Europe. He said, avoid Europe like hell. He said, sleep in crypto. Oh yeah, I'm going to get back to the sleep in crypto. You guys are using me for the sleep in crypto. I'm just playing. The sleep in crypto. Let's see what it's called. Let me get it really fast. Give me just a moment. I'm going to it right now. I want you guys to. If Sonny Lou will sit here and he has VeChain, he's building it up, and you can't go to the store. I went to Taco Bell the other day and I got a water. My wife ordered her something from Taco Bell, and she ordered something for some people that were over, and they said, we don't have any of that food. You're like, huh? We don't have any of the food. It's like, we're out of that. And they try their best not to tell you. We rode up to the window and I asked the person there, and I said, could you just do me a favor and be honest with me and tell me, is this happening all the time? And they're like, yeah, we don't have any supplies. I said, so you're having a supply chain issue. So this is where VeChain is getting ready to come in. So if VeChain is getting ready to come in, and VeChain will be used by large commercial organizations, large businesses, enterprise businesses that move freighting companies, not the people, but the people will be the end result when they scan and stuff. So if this is the case, what exchange has to be used to do this? For all these Chinese people move goods, baby. Chinese people make all the goods in the world. Lift it up and look at the bottom. It says made in China. So you think these goods are not going to ship around the world? Through the supply chain of VeChain and OceanEX. OceanEX is a sleeping beast. Oh, HBAR is a beast too. But OceanEX is a sleeping beast made for massive enterprise companies that no one talks about. I see my brother Blockchain Monkeys talks about them. But that's a sleeping beast. That is a sleeping beast. Just like VXV is a sleeping beast. There's so many cryptos out here that you know that have governmental connections. That's the first thing you should be looking for. Oh, what is their connection to the government of corporations? That's the first thing you should be looking for. If they have a place, the ones that are going to snitch are going to be the ones that are going to make us the money. The ones that will snitch on us are the ones that would make the money. So if you're going to invest in, so we understand. Property is amazing. Someone's just laying out all the good ones. Hey, I own AGIX. I've owned AGIX for so long that when the staking mainnet happened, I was number 9 there. No, number 4. My son was number 9. That's how I was there. I was number 4 person there. My son was number 9 in the mainnet staking on AGI, on Singularity Net. I love getting to these areas first and loading up. Good afternoon, Richard Moore. Awesome last name, brother. It says macro watchers. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Yank to tank, Quant. I like Quant, but I don't own any Quant. Quant is one of my regrets. I could have bought Quant when it was absolutely almost nothing. Yeah, Quant was one of my regrets, but not because I can't buy everything. You can't buy everything. Because I was buying crypto when you got it back in the day where you have to go through strange lands where you might be on some strange Asian exchange and you might be able to get 5 million of the token for $100. And then, they only give you 30,000. I'm like, hey man, you're supposed to give me such million. They're like, do you want or not? The Chinese merchant's like, do you want or not? That's the kind of places back in the day that I used to go to. And I'll say, well, it's on the ledger. And they're like, there is no ledger. You'll look off to the side. I don't know how many people remember. Bancor used to not have a ledger on the side. Bancor used to just be, I remember Bancor had no ledger on the side. You'd be trying to, negotiate with them. It was all kind of what it was. Yeah. Digibyte. I like Digibyte as well. It says, where do you get OceanEX? From the OceanEX exchange or Bitrue and use your XRP pair. Like I'll get XRP just for that, or I'll use XLM. Reach for them first, because if I'm moving from there to there, I'm going to use them anyway if it's available, because I'm not trying to pay no fees. It says, when you buy crypto, you sell it for what? Me, I sell for my profits. For XRP. But don't get me wrong too, man. I own other stuff as well, but I own other stuff like in such a large quantity that I just keep shaving off to buy more XRP. Pog G, what are you laughing about, man? Pog G, what are you laughing about? Digibyte, a beast. Buy blockchain, okay? Yeah, Digibyte is a beast. Digibyte is AI. Any bots, I like bots. I like Hummingbot. Any bots that will allow you to make finance and clone things and clone your activities so that you're working when you're not working, that's what I like. Any bots. There's like, try to find bots that are legitimate. Like I said, Hummingbot, excellent for making finance. You go over to Hummingbot, they're going to ask you, they're going to say, well, when you're starting to fill out the join, they're going to tell you flat out, if you make more than $500 here, you're going to have to report it to the Internal Revenue Service because we are going to give it to them. So they're telling you immediately, you're going to be making that money pretty rapidly. Those bots make you money almost instantly. It's a bot. It's going to be working along with other bots. That's where we're headed. The crypto is for the bots and other AIs. It says, why this happens, Chinese exchange. Yeah, Chinese exchange. Yeah, but also Chinese exchange also, I have to say, they help me to get my bag up though. And back then, you might have cryptos where, okay, I remember having, some cryptos that are major now where I would be buying millions of them and you couldn't take them off the exchange because there's no wallet for it yet. And you're just sitting there on exchange hoping, like I have other places I have finance. I'm like, damn, I'm hoping that's going to still be there when I get back. Because you're taking a little risk. I'm like back in the day. I'm like, I hope it's still going to be there. And you'll go back, man, it may be there or it might not be. But those risks I took helped me to grow my bags in a rather large way, I should say. Even PAC is amazing. Man, I may even know someone who owns a couple PAC nodes. PAC is amazing. PAC protocol is a beast. Nodes are amazing. Nodes that are AML and KYC compliant are the highways for moving the new digital era information. Data is the new oil. Refined data is even better than the new oil. It says, buy the book, Blockchain 2035 explains a lot. Top book. Thank you for that book. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, everybody. Thank you for this. OceanEX. I'd like to give a shout out to some channels. XRP Bags. I like to say thank you to that brother. He always brings good information. Crypto Tales. Lady E. I'd like to give a shout out to XRP Chiz. I oftentimes forget Chiz, and I hate to do that, man. Chiz has an amazing channel. There's so many other amazing channels, James Rule, XRP, and I like to mention them because we are a greater XRP family, and we help each other to make this to grow. There is no family like this family, especially in this crypto space. I mean, we really get together and make it happen. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I'd like to tell you to have a great day. I'm Brother Fonte SL, and thank you and peace to all.